Hello friends, my name is Vas Solo. I'm a recovered drug addict and alcoholic, a practicing yogi, and a certified meditation instructor. Today's video is about my experience with step 12, helping other addicts. Working this step cemented my faith in the effectiveness of the program. But before I talk about it, I want to quickly remind you to please subscribe to the channel and make sure to hit the bell. I make videos about addiction, recovery, and personal development, so if that's something you're into, make sure to subscribe.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? Look at me, boy. Don't you smoke crack?
Yes, sir.
You know what that does to you?
No, sir.
It kills your brain cells, son. It kills your brain cells.
I don't want to kill myself, sir.
What I think makes the 12-step program so powerful and effective is that it's ran by addicts for addicts. Its main purpose is to carry the message of recovery. And it's free. The meetings are free, the book which talks about the program is free, and your sponsor won't charge you anything to take you through the steps. In fact, helping other addicts is the final step in the program. That's why 4 years later, I still go to meetings. I'm there to pass on the message of recovery like it was passed on to me, to give hope to those who are struggling that it's possible, and to offer myself as a sponsor to anyone that's willing to work the steps. Helping other addicts is my favorite part of the program. Nothing is more rewarding to me than seeing someone go from being on the edge of ruin to doing a full 180, sometimes in as little as a couple of months. And I get the privilege to be a part of that. After seeing it happen multiple times, any doubts I had about the effectiveness of the program are gone. Because I'll be honest, they did creep into my mind, especially in the beginning. Thoughts like, what if I just got lucky? Or what if this is temporary? Or this is my favorite one. What if I'm special and the reason this program worked for me is because my addiction wasn't that bad? The year before I got clean and sober, I was drinking heavily, I was using coke and meth, and I was injecting steroids. Yeah, right. Now, these thoughts are normal and every recovering addict has them, because even though I'm no longer using and the cravings are gone, the potential for me to self-sabotage my recovery is still there, especially if I stop working the program. That's why working with other addicts not only helps them, but it also helps me. Because nothing helps me see my own BS like talking to another addict. Because his excuses are my excuses, his doubts are my doubts, his fears are my fears. So it's like sitting in front of a mirror. And as I go through the book with him and tell him how I recovered, it's like I'm reworking the steps again, only vicariously through him. And if all goes well, the result is that he recovers and I get to strengthen my sobriety.
High five.
Working with others also helps me to break my pattern of selfishness, which most addicts suffer from. In addiction, I was always consumed by me. Even when I was kind and caring, it was usually to get something from you, whether it's a ride to the liquor store or it's your love and affection. And if you don't give me what I want, I become mean and resentful. And the reason I do this, try to manipulate things, is because I'm insecure. And that makes me want to control things, which alienates me from the world because all I do is take. So, if I want to recover, I have to break this pattern by serving the needs of others, even when I don't feel like doing it. And just like it is with anything that is good for us but is hard, the more I do it, the more I grow. And what at first seems unpleasant eventually becomes incredibly rewarding. I've sat across from guys who had hit the rock bottom and thought, how is he ever going to make it? And yet, halfway through working the steps, the same guy who I thought was doomed becomes a completely different person. Not just someone who doesn't use drugs anymore, but someone whose very nature has fundamentally changed. Seeing it happen again and again is what makes me believe in the program. Because I've seen people recover who I never thought stood a chance. Now I know that no matter how bad it's gotten for you, you can do it, as long as you do the work. Because, like I said in my other video, the drugs are not your problem. If you stop using them without a program of recovery, you'll be miserable. But the book guarantees that if you work all the steps, this will result in a spiritual experience, which for addicts like me is essential if I want to recover.
Well, I generally come in at least 15 minutes late, and after that I just sort of space out for about an hour. I'd say in a given week, I probably only do about 15 minutes of real, actual work.
Now, those who don't do the work, sadly don't make it. Some come into the rooms, stay for a while, and leave. Some get a sponsor, do a couple of steps, start to feel better, and then stop doing the work. Some get stuck on one step, like I almost did when making amends, and they can't get past it. There are many reasons why people fail in the program, but never have I seen it happen to someone who has thoroughly followed this path. Out of the dozen or so people that I worked with, 3 of them recovered, and they were the only ones who finished the steps.
Are you getting my point, people? Is it beginning to sink in? You are not inferior. When you find your minds wandering, I want you to knuckle back down and concentrate. Concentrate. Remember what's at stake.
So, the program works if you work it. I've seen it save people's lives, but you don't have to take my word for it. If you're an addict and you're suffering, go to a meeting, get a sponsor, and work the steps. I promise it will change your life. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Please support the channel by sharing, liking, subscribing, and make sure to hit the bell. I'll be making many more videos about recovery, so make sure to subscribe. Thank you for letting me share this message with you. If you have something that you want to share, please post it in the comments. Thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time.